What makes a contract ambiguous and cause disputes? Have you ever wondered why some contracts lead to disagreements? The answer often lies in ambiguity. A contract becomes ambiguous when its language is unclear or can be interpreted in multiple ways. This can create confusion about what each party is supposed to do. There are two main types of ambiguity. The first is patent ambiguity. This happens when the wording itself is unclear or has defects. The second type is latent ambiguity. This occurs when the language seems clear, but applying it to the specific situation causes uncertainty. Both types can lead to disputes because parties may have different understandings of their rights and responsibilities. In the world of sports and entertainment, where contracts are essential for endorsements, agency agreements, and player deals, ambiguity can create serious legal challenges. For instance, if a contract has vague terms about payment or performance expectations, it can lead to disagreements about what was actually agreed upon. When courts or arbitrators encounter ambiguity, they try to determine what the parties intended when they made the contract. They look at the purpose of the contract, the circumstances of its creation, and any outside evidence, like previous communications between the parties. In the sports and entertainment fields, this might include how the parties acted under the contract before any disputes arose or common practices in the industry. If ambiguity is found, courts may resolve it in several ways. One method is interpreting in clear terms against the party that drafted the contract. This is known as the contra pro forentum rule and is meant to protect the non-drafting party. Courts may also modify or clarify terms to reflect what the parties likely intended. In extreme cases, if the ambiguity is too great, the court may declare the contract void. Ambiguity often arises from contracts that do not use clear language or miss important details. In sports and entertainment, this can be especially problematic with clauses related to guaranteed payments, injury protections, or endorsement rights. For example, if an injury clause does not clearly define what an injury is or the conditions for compensation, disputes can easily arise. To prevent ambiguity and the disputes that follow, contracts in these areas should be written with clear and specific language. It is important to explicitly define critical terms and conditions. Including detailed clauses about payment, performance standards, injury definitions, and termination rights can help reduce misunderstandings. Additionally, it is essential to understand implied duties, such as good faith and fair dealing, which courts may enforce even if they are not explicitly stated. This understanding is vital in managing contractual relationships in sports and entertainment. In summary, ambiguity in contracts comes from unclear or conflicting language, leading to different interpretations of rights. Careful drafting and attention to detail are necessary to minimize these risks and create enforceable agreements.